everybody, it's Jean Truelove from Truelove Quilts for You. This is part 2 of my little placemat tutorial to make my little cosmetic bag here. This little bag is fully lined. If you were following along with part 1, you will see you got to this point that you prepared your fabrics, which I had used this is my own fabric. I had used that one, but this is a actual placemat. So if you're using your placemat, which this is, it's a fully lined, fully quilted little piece of fabric, and then I use a vinyl lining. So this is completely lined with vinyl to make it a wet bag for bathing suits or for whatever makeup, nice size makeup bag that you can completely wipe out. So this is part 2. This tutorial, I'm showing you how I have attached the zipper. Even though it's round, you don't have to worry about that. You just need a 22 or 24 inch zipper, and how I boxed the corners of this little bag and finished it up. So part 2 of my little placemat cosmetic bag that I used actual fabric with. But you can use one placemat and a zipper and some vinyl. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this tutorial. All right, see ya. So I'm at the stage where I'm going to be sewing my zipper onto my little bag here. And again, if you've done the placemat or if you've done your own fabric, it's constructed the exact same way, having cut our pattern out and having it fixed our vinyl to the back of it. As you can see, remember I said I have not put the vinyl didn't go up to there, but if you probably have done it the proper way of putting a whole sheet of vinyl and then cutting the pattern out, as you saw, I did a little bit wrong. But this is how it's come out, and I'm okay with that just being just a slightly exposed there. That's fine. Again, do as I said. Cover your whole piece of fabric and then cut your pattern out, and then you end up with this. I did just a tiny, I mean that's just on the edge there, a tiny little stitch just to hold all of the little edges together. As I was saying in my last video, if you wanted to zigzag this to make a finished edge, by all means you can do that. I'm fine because this edge here, which is going to be raw, is just going to be under the zipper, and I'll show you. So now I have the zipper in my, I have this zipper, and as I was saying, I have a 24-inch zipper. You don't need a 24-inch zipper, you need a 22-inch zipper for this project here, for this size. Again, if you size up or down, you have to size your zipper, just so it goes around the entire bag here, and it's deceiving. It's quite a big zipper that you need. So I have my zipper, I have the top of my bag here, or my placemat face up, and I have my zipper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my zipper teeth down. I'm just going to open it up slightly. I'm going to place it on this side, on the right hand side here. I'm going to place it teeth down, and I'm going to just put the metal part of my zipper just about a little bit more than a 1/4 inch, maybe not quite half an inch up, just slightly there on that size there, okay, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew my zipper on. As you can see, I don't have any pins. By all means, you people can use pins or clips. I have these clips, but I find I don't even need the clips because of the way. If you want to, you can clip this. By all means, most people would clip them here. I don't feel the need at this point to clip my zipper. So again, it's more just looking over my shoulder at what I'm doing. But by all means, you want to secure your zipper with tape, with an adhesive tape, or even a small bead of glue, or your clips or your pins. By all means. But I'm going to start. And it's almost like I do, if you've watched me do my binding, let me see, do my binding, I sort of very, because this is a very big curve, I just relax my zipper, okay? I just relax my zipper. My zipper's open just about 2 inches or so. And again, I'm just going to back stitch there. Oops, I'm going to change my stitch to about 2, make it a smaller stitch. And I'm putting the edge of my zipper, teeth down, the edge tape of my zipper right along the edge of my bag here, okay? Now, I'm going to go slowly. I'm just doing inch by inch. And then I come to about that point there, and I want to get rid of my zipper teeth tab. my zipper tab. There you go, and close my zipper. Now, the tendency is to sort of pull this. You don't want to pull it. You just want to relax it. You see how it's sort of almost buckling up? But I'm just relaxing it so very much. Almost, if you've ever watched my binding tutorials, almost like my binding when I'm binding a curve with just a straight grain binding. I'm just almost pushing it back underneath the presser foot. I'm not pushing it like that, but I'm just relaxing that zipper very, very much, keeping this edge right along the edge of my zipper tape. Now this application is the only way I'm securing my zipper. So this is my final stitching. If I was putting lining in my bag, which is a whole nother tutorial, which makes it fully lined and, you know, absolutely fabulous, I would do it a little bit wider than that, because then I'd have my second row of lining. But this is going to be my final zipper application. Pushing that back under, keeping this straight, relaxing it. As you see, I don't need pin clips. In fact, I think for me they would get in the way. And I'm, see, as you can see, I have that much hanging off my 24-inch zip. Just pushing that back, because we're sewing on a curve, and if you pull anything, either the fabric or the zipper, you're going to get a nasty cupping. I'm going to come there, and I'm going to back stitch. Now, there's our zipper. There's our curved zipper on the top of our curved bag. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now open up my zipper. I'm going to open up this zip to the very end. This makes it a little bit easier. And as I was saying, this is the raw edge, but what I have found, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to push that way. I'm going to inch by inch take this raw edge this way here, and I'm going to push it underneath. I'm going to tuck that right under, and I'm going to top stitch that down. I'm going to keep pushing that edge there, and I'm going to push it this way underneath, and then I'm going to top stitch down, sort of catching that fabric down. You can hear it going through the tape, the fold. And I'm just top stitching it right down, tucking it with my thumbs, as you can see here. The whole thing is, this is a raw edge, but we're just tucking it and stitching it down so it doesn't get in the way. And at the end of the project, it makes a nice top stitched edge. There's that edge of my zipper, or there's the top of the zipper, I should say, on my bag, like that. Okay, lovely. Now, with my zipper closed, okay, you don't have to, but I find it easier. With my zipper closed, I'm going to bring up this end here, okay, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to find this side of my zip, okay, this side of my zipper here. Now this way, this one, because we're going to be stitching this teeth down, we're going to be stitching that teeth down to the right side of the fabric, just like we did this one, teeth down to the right side of the fabric. So now what you're going to do is what I do. You might want to clip this. I'm just finding that if I do the exact same thing, and I'm aware of this edge being these two edges here, this edge here and this edge here, being where exactly where I want them, that I can secure this with clips or so, not along the entire zipper, but I just sort of secure this in just a few places. Not as you can see, not fabulous right there, just like that. I'm just securing it, and then I'm starting this where it needs to be started. You see that? Which is right there. This edge here is nice and straight. So it's sort of awkward, slightly awkward with the vinyl, but I know that I've cut my pattern perfect and my zipper is nice and relaxed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start with these two edges together, this edge here and this edge here, my zipper right there. And then I'm going to really, really relax, again, really relax this zipper on the edge here. Just push it back and relax it. And this is awkward because it is the vinyl, but it's a nice pliable vinyl. As you can see, I'm just relaxing it. I'm holding it with my fingers here. I'm relaxing it there. Push it up that way. And as you can see, I find it easier to do it almost without the clips or the pins. I'm just pushing it and relaxing it. And I know when I get to the other end, it'll be nice and even because this is nice and even. So, here we go. Around this curve. And coming to the end here. I'll take that off because I'm assured now. Oops, clip that. I'm assured that this square matches up. Now I'm coming to my zipper tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my needle down and I'm just going to go under and I'm just going to open this zipper up like that. I'm just going to open that up and then you'll see just makes it easier. And that there, that area there and that area there is the exact measurement of where I started on my other side. And there you go. So now what we want to do is we want to open up our bag. We're going to do the exact same thing that we did over here on this side. Okay? We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to cut these threads off. I'm going to tuck this, I'm going to tuck, really, really push and tuck that seam in so my zipper doesn't catch on anything when we go to open and close it. And as I will have said in the beginning, if this is just your placemat, all you've done is put the vinyl on the placemat, cut out your pattern, or you've made your pattern, put the vinyl on the placemat, cut out your pattern, and now you're at this point. This is sort of a double tutorial placemat and the fabric of your choice, which then has to be quilted, which this one is. But it's done exactly the same way. So there you go. And then the last thing we have to do is to box the zipper, to box the zipper, box the bottom of the bag, I should say. And there we go. Pull this, oops, yeah, like that. And there is our zippered bag. Lovely. No pins. It's nice and stiff, as I was saying. Okay? Now, keep this like that. You're going to open up the bag about halfway. And, well, actually, you can open up all the way at this point, I think. Oh, yeah. So now what you're going to do is we're going to, no. You want to close the bag. You want to close the bag halfway. Sorry about that. Close the bag halfway. Now, this is the easy part, this one. What we're going to do is, you see the bag closed. Okay, halfway. Be careful. See about to there, okay? Now, we're just going to box these corners. With this even hanging off, you might not have as much hanging off. We're just going to you're just going to squeeze the bag, and that line there and that line there, okay, with the zipper hanging out, you're just going to squeeze it together, okay? And you can see that there's the same amount of space over there to there. This is the bottom center of your bag, okay? Now this, if you want to, I don't even find it necessary again, but if you want to, again, you want to pin this, by all means. Pin it there to hold it together, pin it there, okay, if you wanted to do that. And then you go over to your machine, and then I do it a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, not quite 1/2 an inch. I backstitch, I just stitch right across, being very careful. Go slowly across the zipper teeth. It's not heavy, but you don't want to break any needles. And right across. And backstitch. Now, you know me. What am I going to do? I'm going to go back and do it again. I'm going to just go over this bit again. Slowly. This is the teeth. Don't want to be whacking across that and then off. Now, this is the part where, and then what you can do is you can trim off your zipper. Now, if you wanted to, you can just trim that up like that. And this is where, and I'm not going to do it because I'm sure, let me just go grab it. I'm sure you've done this before, but, and I want to finish this up. You can either use, as I was saying in the beginning, you can either use pinking shears and pink that bit, or you can use a binding. And just finish, this end, finish off the seam. You just take your binding and stitch it on. And there you have a finished seam. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that later. But if you wanted to do that, but right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this side. Now this is a little bit more tricky because the ends aren't together. So what you're going to do, again, you're going to go in here and you're going to squeeze the bag like this together. Do it this way. Okay, you're going to squeeze the bag together. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that that your zipper tab is together. Now, some people will actually take the extra step to sew that together. That you know, maybe just a few whip stitches together. I'm okay that I know that that's the same distance. The bag is the same distance from here to here. My zipper metal teeth are together. You see that? My zipper metal teeth are together. Let's push this all away. They're not overlapping. They're not separated. They're not a big gap. But when my zip goes to get opened, I know that that metal teeth are together. I'm starting up there. My teeth are together. This is fairly straight. And I'm just going to go right close to those metal teeth. Go slow so I don't break any needles, and then come right off. This is boxing the corners. Backstitch, backstitch. And I'm going to go back and do that again. I've worked with the heavier, dutier vinyl. Oh, it's a pain in the neck. This iron-on stuff is proving fabulous. I love it. Again, watch your zipper. And then come off. And again, you can either pink those edges or bind the edges. Bind the seam here. But I'm going to just open this up now. And I'll show you our finished bag. After those edges get finished off, or not. You know, if you don't want to, don't have to. It's fully vinyled, fully lined. As you can see, you open up and you see beautiful lining. And then the zip. And there is our, let me see right here. There is my little zippered bag. And as you can see, the zipper, as I was saying, the zipper goes all the way into the end there, okay? Which I don't love, but that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to open up all the way to the end. But as you can see there, you push it all out. Lovely. I'll go over and give this a nice press, pushing out my corners there, pushing out my corners. And then the top, as you can see, is just super. And it stands up. Do you see that? It's like, it's not real loosey-goosey. It's just a quilt, but it stands up with vinyl and the batting. So there is this little fully vinyl lined little cosmetic bag. Oh, I think that's super. I think that's really super. I hope you love it, folks. Again, placemat, just do the vinyl and the placemat. If you wanted to put in interfacing, if you did want to put in the heavy duty foam, you could make it a little bit more difficult on yourself, but I'm okay with that for a very quick and practical little present for people. So I hope you love it. So thanks again. See ya. Bye.